Good morning. We're going to continue on with speaking on the red flags from yesterday that we talked about. And it is the red flags that we're talking about is the one that prevents you from getting your business funded, whether it's going to be through grants, whether it's going to be through loans, whether it's going to be through contracts. And there are things that need to be in place with your business in order for you to be able to maximize the opportunities that are available for you and to you. And so I think that a lot of us thinking that, we've listened at what's been said on the internet and how much we can just go ahead and apply for a grant, apply for a loan, or apply for getting contracts, and we not put a lot of work into it, a lot of emphasis. So that's why I think that a lot of us are fooled and feel like we're defeated because we don't we don't take the time to do those major things that need to be done. And so I'm here to just help you along the way to get out of that mindset of thinking that it's just gonna fall in your lap. And it's not gonna fall in your lap. You got work to do. You have work to do. Something worth having is not easy. Now, the things that are easy, hey, you they're not valuable, and the things that are easy are not lasting. They're really not. And so putting in this work is going to help you be like build on, have a solid foundation built. And so let's carry on. Let's continue on with some of these that I want to talk to you about. The red flags. Remember, we're talking about the red flags that is keeping you from getting funding, getting opportunities, getting grants, getting whatever you need to help your business grow. And if you are new, it's going to help you too because you'll be ahead of the curve. You'll be ahead in knowing that what is going to take me to make this happen. And your mindset is going to shift into just being realistic about everything that you're so desiring to have. Now, okay. Now, some of these that there is some, I have like almost 100 really, but I'm going to just give as many of you in some of these videos as I possibly can here. And working with me is just a totally different opportunity. And so let's talk. Okay. Now, some of the other red flags is like, say for instance, you're having, you're having write-offs in your business, and and we were talking about the strategy for as your taxes is concerned. You have to have your books together. And I want you to be aware of what you can write off to at the same time and what you can't write off in your business. And so when a funder is looking at you, when a grant opportunity agency is looking at you, they don't per se look at your book. The grant agency don't really look at your books, but these are things that you must know about in order to maximize your opportunity because you need to write out a proposal that's going to be convincing. And if you have all of this together, then they'll see that, hey, this person know what they're doing, know what they're going to do if they haven't already done this before. And they are going to be safe with this money that we're going to give them. And so it's all about how you manage your money. This is all about how you will manage the blessing that you will get from whomever or whatever company, underwriter, or whomever you're going to be approaching and reaching out to. And so this is it. Okay. Let's be careful in the red flags with, and a lot of us do this, writing off things of personal lifestyle as business. And when you are developing your financials, some of these things will be it will cause you possibly to get red flagged in with the IRS, getting audited, and then it'll cause some red flags and messing up everything that you've worked on because you would have that little negative against you. Like for instance, if you ever get audited, do you actually think that getting it's going to be easy getting grant money and getting loans? It won't be easy if you do that. It definitely won't be easy. And so you have to be very mindful of how you approach that. And so some of these online gurus or whatever tell you that, yeah, you can write off that. It looks clever, right? But it's it's just reckless in your business, management. It really looks reckless. And so you don't want to do that. You definitely don't. Now, the meals and the travel situation deductions and no business purpose noted, you have to make sure that it is a very, very needed part of that business, you, that business meeting, whether it's going to be if you have a staff and if you haven't, let's say, for instance, if you have an event or you could plan on having an event in your business, it's going to definitely be a tax write-off for you, but you have to know exactly what you're doing. And when you are writing up in your financials, in when you're receiving a grant or when you're doing this in your business plan, you got to keep those things in mind. What will help and what won't. And they know pretty much what will be, what will be something that you can write off. And this is going to allow you and help you get those financial books together for the opportunity. I told you when you are working on applying for a grant or receiving a grant, when you do this in the back end, when you know all of this from the back end, you'll be able to give true financials, a true financial statement on the front end, and then you'll be more realistic on what funding you can ask for or what funding that you feel like you can receive, and then you'll be in compliance with the IRS and all of that, and that's going to benefit you in the long run. See, we're talking about the long haul of this. We're not talking about, hey, we're just going to make a quick few dollars and we're going to just do something in our business just to show where we got a little cash flow coming in. You don't want to operate that way. You want to operate as a long-term person, growing your business to something very, maybe very, very large or big one day. Don't think small. Just don't think of yourself as small business. And I'm going to stop using that word myself when I am speaking with those that are starting out. No, your business is just a business. But I understand that the definition of small business for the sake of funding sometimes and for the sake of the legalities of, what the government classifies as small business and what they'll do, like the SBA, they are, they're designed to deal with a certain business that's making under a certain amount. And I do understand that portion. So now let's get off. Now, vehicle write-offs. This is a red flag too. Vehicles write-off with no business support. And a lot of times I see this now. You don't have your mileage. You're not keeping up good, accurate mileage. You need if you're going to use just one vehicle, you got to use your personal mileage for your entire year, your personal and business, and then whatever you use for business. And like I said, I think I mentioned it in the video yesterday, you cannot use commute from home to the business. You got to do all this. It has to be business activities. And so don't get caught up in that because that's a good, 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 good way to get audited by the IRS if you don't have that information correctly. And then keeping up with a lot of things that entails with that, like gas and things of that sort your business expenses. And so you want to know these things and you want to be prepared for them because the better prepared you look, the more any loan grantor or getting a contract, they will see, oh, this person really know what they're doing. And just be realistic. And so the only way I feel like you can be realistic in this, people, the only way is you got to get in there and do it and see what is available, what is in it for me right here. Okay. Now, let's see. And then also having this, there's a lot more that goes into just kind of goes into that too as well. A lot of learning like your equipment when you're depreciation is a big thing, but we won't talk about that because you got to really get down into depreciation. We'll talk about that on another video, and maybe we'll just talk only about that depreciation and how that works in your business. We'll go over that a little bit, but no, having no tax reserve for your taxes, when someone is looking at your financials or are they looking at your business plan, that's one of the things you definitely want to show them, and you'll stand out from all the rest. And this is going to be the last thing that I'm going to tell you about. You know why? Because you you're looking like, if you plan for your tax, your tax liability in business, you're really in personal too, but definitely in business, it'll show them that you're not operating from a broke mindset, because everyone know a business have to pay taxes. You have to pay taxes. If you're getting money or you're getting revenue coming into your business, you cash flow is flowing through there. The Uncle Sam saying he got to have his portion, and you got to show them how you are prepared for that. And I'm gonna tell you, it'll set you apart from everyone else is out there trying to if they're looking through someone's business plan. And if you have these things a part of your financials, oh yeah, they're gonna say, oh, okay. They know exactly what time it is, basically, in layman terms. They know exactly what they know exactly how they need to stay in business, because a good way to go out of business is owing Uncle Sam. And yeah, they can put a lien against your business or what. Don't play with them when it comes down to these business taxes. I'm telling you, people. Yeah, so and there's some more little things there, there's some more things there. And you remember I mentioned to you guys about getting a separate bank account for paying your taxes, and putting that fund, because I told you about multiple accounts, you should have. And I think, I always talk about that in when I'm speaking to you about just the basic foundation of business. And so this is all in the video that I want to talk to you about today. We'll be in another video talking a little bit more about these red flags, because I want you to really take this thing serious about you getting this funding out here, because yes, it's over $50 billion out here. Yes, it is. It truly is. But it's not where you can just say, oh, okay, I look for it online. I didn't see it, Sandy. No, it's strategic. It's not going to look you in your face. Do you actually think something worth having, like I said at the beginning, is going to be easy for you? Absolutely. But how bad do you want it is the question of the day. How bad do you want it? It's the ultimate question that you have to ask yourself. And so, with that being said, we'll end this video. And remember, you were created for greatness. You have greatness within you. You are the best person that God has created to be what you are called to do. Okay? And so, get yourself in order. Manage yourself, manage your finances, manage the financial opportunities in business. Manage that, please. If you don't hear anything else I say, management is the key to your success. It's our success. If you don't manage your home, if you don't manage your life, everything is going to go into chaos, okay? So we want to be prepared. We want to be set apart from the rest. And hey, if you're not able to take those elaborate trips, stop doing it, and save them for when you making the money. Don't have any of you read Rich Dad Poor Dad? That's the same concept. You don't put the cart before the horse. You get your assets first, and then take all those lavish vacations. Then take all of those trips that you want to take. Do the hard work in the back end first. Don't put the cart before the horse, people. Stop doing that, okay? And if you think that this economy is going to get better and you're going to lean on just what you're doing now, newsflash, it's not going to work. You better think about multiple streams of income. And I am gone and I'm out. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye. Have a good one.